Hey, welcome to the official Windows 8 channel, and we're going to talk a little bit about the lock screen today. Now, for some of you who don't want to have the lock screen, I have a video showing you how to actually boot directly to the start menu without having to see this lock screen. But you will see it in a form or another, because booting directly to the lock screen works well. But if your computer goes into sleep mode, then you will have to live with the start screen, the lock screen, because it's going to show up. So the lock screen can actually show you more information than just the date and time. You see here it says my local time, it says the date in French, but you can add information to this lock screen. So to do so, what you'll do is you'll log into your account, and once you're into your start menu, what you'll do is swipe on the right side of your screen if you have a touch device, or go into the corners to get the charms bar if you have a mouse, and go into settings and go at the bottom to change PC settings. There you see the first item at the top is called personalize, and personalize is basically the area where you can actually change some of the features of the lock screen, like your picture, for example. You can add your own picture here. Now you can also use what we call lock screen apps. These apps will run in the background and actually show detail even if you're into the lock screen and not logged into your computer. So for example, two areas are available here. One is called, the first one is choose app to run in the background and show quick status and notifications even when your screen is locked. So for example, you can add here a news app, for example, and it's going to actually send a little status to the lock screen when something changes, if there's an update to the news. So all you have to do is click the little plus signs there and choose the apps that you want to have detailed status that are going to show up here. So for example, I'll add CNN app for Windows, and at that time you see that one of the little plus signs has disappeared, and the icon of the app that you chose will show up on that screen. So you can add up to 7 different lock screen apps. There's a maximum of 7 for the lock screen apps. So these will pop up some information if needed, if something new is happening. So for example, the CNN app that I just added, on the lock screen, if there's something new, something happening, you have a little pop-up, little notification telling you what's happening in the news, for example. Now you can have more detailed information here. For example, the second part says choose an app to display detailed status. That means it's going to show you information directly on the lock screen. So I'll click the plus sign on that second part and say, well, I want to have weather, and it adds up here. Now this has detailed status. Now the detailed status, you only have one choice, while on the background apps you have 7 choices. So you got to be careful what you want to choose and what you want to add, because it's impossible to add more than one on the bottom detailed status. But if here I added the weather. If we go back to my lock screen, so let's just go to lock it. Now you see that not only do I have the time, I have the date, but I have a little piece of information about the weather, and that is what I wanted. So now when you're on the lock screen, a quick look will show you weather. You can also have different apps, but what information is on the lock screen, the detailed information, is limited by some specialized apps only. So for example, if we go back into our start screen and go back into the settings, remember that to go to the start screen settings, you either swipe from right to left on the bottom on your screen, or go into the corners with your mouse to get the charms bar. Go back into settings and change PC settings. And of course, if you want to remove an app, for example, from the detailed status, you just click on it, and there you'll have don't show detailed status on the lock screen, which will remove the app from the lock screen information. If you look here, it's limited to calendar information, your social apps like Skype, Instant Messenger, Twitter, the weather. So depending on the apps that you have installed on your computer, this list will change because some apps can display information, others can't. So you'll have to choose one for the detailed information. So I'll keep the weather because I want to add it. For the lock screen apps running in the background that can send notifications, well, like I said, you just click the little plus sign, add the one you want, for example, mail, and it's going to tell you when you have new email coming in, even if you're on the lock screen. And like the second portion where you can display detailed status, if you want to remove, for example, I noticed that all 7 areas where I have these little plus signs were used by apps when I started my computer. So if you want to remove some of those, all you have to do is just click and go into Don't Show Quick Status here, and you see it removes each little icon from the background of your lock screen. So 2 ways to have information displayed on your lock screen. One is the notifications, so you can add up to 7 apps that will actually pop up little notification bubbles. And the other one with the display detailed status, which will actually give you information directly on the lock screen all the time. Unfortunately, only one can be added. Hopefully that couldn't be added a little more. Apparently the lock screen is going to be more, you'll be able to work more the lock screen and customize it with Windows 8.1 better than it is now. So let's cross our fingers and hope it will. And so this is how to display information on your lock screen in Windows 8. If you have any comments, questions, please let us know. If you have that Windows 8 machine and you're lost and you want to learn more, hey, just subscribe to our channel and you'll be informed when new videos are online. Take a look at our other videos. We also have hundreds of videos now for Windows 8 of all sorts, app reviews, how to use Windows 8 in different ways, and hope that you will come back to our official Windows 8 channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.